Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a 7th-year pro and a literal rocket scientist. Here's Joshua Dobbs.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Go. 2nd down and back to Tomlinson. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Go, Reed, go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Vernon Davis there to make the grab. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 20-yard line. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
2nd down and back to Tomlinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
In motion, the tight end. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check.
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they'll wind up getting 7 there on 4th and 3. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready, go. Go.
Dobbs. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now Dobbs. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Dobbs. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now, before we get to our next drive, oh, my goodness, folks, the big one is coming. No, not the Super Bowl, but the $1 million Madden Bowl, the crown jewel of the Madden Championship Series. Our friend RG says you're not going to want to miss this one. It streams live January 30th, 31st, up through the final on February 1. Tune into the EA Madden NFL Twitch channel, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 on the West Coast, as we find out who is this year's best of the best. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Dobbs is throwing. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh.
Touchdown, Saints. DJ Chark, 30 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. That's complete to Sharp. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Smack, smack. Ready.
Tomlinson bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The returner, DJ Chark. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL audio. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Locke. And on the catch right side, this is and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, They're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Again, it's Tomlinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run Tomlinson, and this time he is in. Damian Tomlinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Locke. A short little throw taken in by Reed. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic 1st down.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one, Bon.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Bronco switch.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. That stop made by Jack Campbell. Here's 2nd and 7.
brings up 2nd and 7.
Check.
At the 13-yard line.
Ready.
They go again to Tomlinson. And he's brought down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Tomlinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Reload. Ready.
A give to LaDainian up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with it. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Chark set to return it. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier and down.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Okay, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Another important 4th-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A give up the middle to Tomlinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Hey, check that. Go.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will add to their 4th-quarter lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Ready, hut.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a two-score game. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Andrew Luck in the offense. Down by 9. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Pushes past him. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Now Luck.
And the Saints first down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now it's Luck. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Go. Ready.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing here, Dobbs. That is caught. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Calvin Ridley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
And that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Locke. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 48. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.